So this is going to be an exciting flight. The objective for today is supposed to go up and to fly over to the Super Bowl.
What is your requested heading on?
We're out here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's about 4 degrees or -20 with the wind chill. Behind me, you can see some Air Force A-10s and F-16s. In a little bit, we're gonna join the Air Force for the official Super Bowl flyover.
There are very few things as cool as a military flyover. Not every competition gets one. It has to be one of the big events. As the planes pass overhead, the crowd goes wild, largely because the jets roar over the stadium at the crescendo of the ultimate sports hype song, the national anthem. I wanted to find out how this works firsthand. So we came to Minnesota to meet with the team behind this year's Super Bowl flyover.
How do you actually make sure the planes get there on time?
Well, we make sure they take off in plenty of time. They go to a holding point. Once they get up in the holding, they're going to stay there for a while until we get our time over target, is what we call it, so that we can have them flying over right at the home of the brave.
I'll see the TOT and I'll just call Nike on the radio and say, hey, you know, we're slipping 5 seconds, 6 seconds, whatever it is, and he'll decide to let the planes know if they're going to do it or not.
So what is the military application for something like this, a time on target run?
Well, this is actually the perfect execution of what we can't simulate very well in peacetime. So a lot of the missions that a lot of our aircraft have been flying lately have been close air support missions where we are supporting the troops on the ground and they need fire at very specific times. So if we drop bombs at the wrong time, it increases the chance for fratricide where we kill our own troops. So what this does is forces our pilots to go up there and recalculate speeds and routes and everything else.
Stephen Nike's job is just one half of the equation. The other half is the flight team. So I got suited up, then sat down with my pilot, Rain, to find out more about our mission for the day.
23:21:43 Zulu is our time that we want to be crossing over the stadium. We'll be in communication with one of our representatives who's at the stadium. So if there's any changes or flexes with the scheduler, we'll adjust our time over the stadium to make sure that we're crossing right at the end of the national anthem. So you ready to do this?
Yeah, man, I'm ready as I'm ever gonna be.
Not a bad view.
Whoa. We have, I think, one of the most unique formations that's going to be crossing it. There is a P-51. That is probably the most popular fighter from World War II. With that P-51 out front, we're going to have 2 A-10s and us in the F-16. You really have representation of 70 years of American air power.
10 minutes to go.
About the 10-minute point is when we should get our first update.
So we're getting changes now, so 23:21:31.
We expect another update at 5 minutes. And then at 3 minutes, the party's getting ready to start.
All right.
So once we start inbound, now it's just lining up with the stadium, making sure our formation is looking good.
Stadium's off there at 11 o'clock.
So many things have to go right for a flyover to work. The planes have to be in perfect formation, which is a lot harder than it sounds, with 3 generations of aircraft flying wing to wing. And the timing has to be perfect. So when Pink stepped on stage,
There we go.
we began our final approach. And nailed it.
Booyah!
The P-51 peeled off, and we made our way back to base. Then the team raced to the Super Bowl, led by a police escort.
We made it.
Although the Air Force wasn't able to tell us the exact cost of the flyover, we were told that the funds come from training budgets for time over target missions. More often than not, the average American never hears about the missions these men and women conduct, as most of these flights take place in conflict zones half a world away. But at events like the Super Bowl, the military gets the opportunity to put their skills on display for the whole country to see.